Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, December the 30th, 2024. Well, everybody, remember I said on Friday, I kind of think I'm coming down with something. COVID, got COVID. Hit like a ton of bricks on Sunday. Feeling better though. I got some medicine from the doctor. They do have medicine for it, y'all. Helps the symptoms, lessens it, the whole 9 yards. But anyway, I had to come out. Of course, I watched my comfort show, General Hospital, from the bed last night. I still watch it. Sick or healthy, I watch General Hospital. So let's go to the recap, starting with that. Sonny finally has a true heart attack. I guess the other day was precursor, right? He is boxing, and I noticed he was moving his feet slow. He's shadow boxing. And, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, wait, huh? And he holds his chest and he kind of glanced across the room. And I'm thinking, where his cell phone is? Because shouldn't it be don't those sweatpants have pockets? But perhaps they don't, because look, I'd have been reaching in my pocket as I'm feeling funny, dialing 911 on my way down, everybody. So he oh, gets on his knees and he's clenching and he rolls over and he's like, oh my goodness. Ooh. And then he just one hand flips, flat, and he's still, I wonder who's going to save him. Somebody is going to walk into that gym and somebody's going to save him. Unfortunately, Isaiah's already been there. So it's not going to be Isaiah. He and Lucky were talking. I'm not even going to talk about what they were talking about because it was, oh, you got to be there for Elizabeth. Blah, blah, blah. Um, and I'm thinking Jason, thinking it's Jason that will find him. Um, who else goes into that gym? Jocelyn goes into the gym to work out. If Dex were alive, Dex would have been the one to find him. Yep, would have been Dex. But I'm thinking it will be Jason. Who do you all think it's going to be that's going to find Sonny? Carly doesn't go into the gym. Uh, Rick doesn't go into his brother's gym. Jason, Jocelyn, TJ, TJ. If TJ comes into the gym, TJ will be able to be first response responder, and TJ will be able to do what he needs to do and keep Sonny alive until the paramedics medics get there. Jocelyn can too because of her pre-med for that hot minute, but nowhere near the level of a physician. Now, Elizabeth with Rick, she would be able to do it too, but with all the trouble she's in, they'll think she did something to him. But anyway, everybody, that's gonna be good today. Let's see who rescues Sonny. Put in the comic corner. Who do you feel is going to come in and rescue Sonny, or at least get Sonny some help? So, who do you think? Now, the Valentine and Lulu scene. It seems like Lulu was making some headway, but Valentine is still, no, I'm her best parent, right? Um, Lulu said, and he goes, she'll be safe in Port Charles. And he says, really? What makes you think she'll be safe? Port Charles is where she got shot. And Lulu's like, wait, what? Goes, oh, they didn't tell you that? She goes, no, nobody told me that. Yeah. She goes, who shot Charlotte? She says, Anna Devane shot Charlotte. She goes, Anna? She goes, yeah. And I'm surprised he told part of the truth. Well, he really told the whole truth, but he didn't say how much Charlotte had really been stalking Anna, right? He said, my father convinced Charlotte that Anna was a danger to me. So Charlotte was stalking Anna. She broke into Anna's apartment. It was dark. Anna entered and she fired on the intruder, not knowing it was Charlotte. And Lulu's like, oh my God, I didn't know that. She goes, so how can you tell me she's going to be safe in Port Charles? And I'm thinking, yeah, because she'll get back there and start being the little Helena that she is. But you know what? That's not just indicative of Port Charles. Those tendencies are going to be anywhere with Charlotte. It's just when she's with her papa, she has a papa facade. But the funny thing is, Valentine let her come and see Lulu. Because when he came in and he went over to the table, he said, Charlotte, are you enjoying your visit with your mother? And she goes, yes, Papa. And so she looked at Lulu. She goes, I had to tell Papa where I was going and what I was going to be doing. And Lulu says, oh, that's fine, honey. Yeah, Lulu. She didn't keep your little secret, huh? Mm. But you sure wanted your son to keep your little secret, but he didn't keep it either. There you go. See, and I bet you she'll be mad at Rocco. Because now Dante shows up. Now when Dante, and so she goes, but Lulu, he goes, out of both of us parents, Lulu, I've I'm the one Charlotte has the relationship with. Now, yeah, you were in a coma for 4 years, not your fault. But you're saying Charlotte needs her mother. She goes, but Charlotte doesn't really know her mother. She says, and you don't know her. He said, and you don't know her. He says, as a matter of fact, you've probably already asked Charlotte who she wants to stay with. And she told you me. And so she goes, Charlotte is a teenager. She doesn't get a say. She says, we're the parents. We get a say. And she goes, can you honestly say Charlotte's going to be safe? Because the people you're on the run from is eventually going to catch up with you, Valentine. Eventually, they're going to catch up with you. And what's going to happen to Charlotte? At worst, she'll be caught in the crossfire. And the other alternative, if something's going to happen to you, she's going to be halfway around the world not knowing what happened. And now all alone, so far away from her family. It's going to happen to her, Valentine. And for a minute there, Valentine was honestly thinking, like, it could happen. Could happen. But Dante burst in. Dante immediately goes to Charlotte at the table and said, Charlotte, we are here to take you back to Port. I'm here to take you back to Port Charles. But then he said the very important statement. He says, if that is what you want. See? Because Valentine didn't kidnap his daughter. He goes, if that's what you want. And she's like, huh? And Valentine stands up. He goes, you tricked me? You led me into a trap. She goes, I didn't know he was even coming. And Dante goes over to Valentine because he, like stands up to Lulu. And so Dante comes over to like get in between. He goes, Lulu didn't know I was coming. He goes, oh, but you brought the police. He goes, no, I didn't. I've come alone. And so Valentine says, or you've led trouble to me, or you've led the people looking for me to me. And so then it shows the sniper gun on the building, number one, Brennan's number one. She's got her sniper thing ready to rock and roll. She's got it peered on Valentine. So let's see if she takes a shot at Valentine. If Valentine is killed in front of Charlotte, Lulu will be taking back Helena Jr. Because Charlotte will now feel that her seeing her mother caused her father's death and her father would die in front of her. That would be detrimental. That would, Charlotte, you thought what she did to Anna was bad. Mm-mm. Nope, she'd just be getting started. She'd just be getting started. So let's find out what happens with that. Today ought to be good. I mean, today, well, it is today because look, I watched General Hospital last night, but I'm not recording till Tuesday because I couldn't do it last night. But anyway, let's see what happens there. Elizabeth was blindsided. It was supposed to have been a very informal review with Terry and Portia. Lucky wanted to go in with her. She goes, no, no, Lucky, there's no need. It's informal. Just Terry and Portia. I got this. So he hesitantly leaves. And that's when he ends up going to the gym, running into Isaiah. But anyway, Elizabeth walks in and she's like, she sees the GH hospital lawyer there. And she looked at Portia and she looked at Terry and she goes, I thought this was an informal interview or review with just you and Terry. And so the attorney says, oh, it is informal. But the hospital felt that I needed to be here. And so Elizabeth says, okay. Then I don't feel comfortable answering questions without my lawyer. And so the hospital attorney said, no, I mean, I'm here to protect your interest as well. You know, we just need to get to the facts. And I'm thinking, Elizabeth, think back a year ago when it was Finn who, on that first interview, the hospital lawyer says, I'm here to protect you too. Until the second interview, when they said, we will not be representing you. I suggest you get your own attorney because I'm representing only the hospital. See, that's how that works. Now, Elizabeth, you know that. So she says, look, we just have a few informal questions. So Elizabeth is like, why am I the only nurse here then? She goes, well, you're head nurse. And so she goes, and you were head nurse on duty when both patients died. And I'm thinking, head nurse does not realistically do a lot of the critical hands-on patient care. She's overseeing the nursing staff. She's reading the computer. She does go in with critical patients. You know, she does do work, but she's overseeing stuff, right? And so then they said, well, look, Elizabeth. No. So Elizabeth is like, no, you know what? And she's sitting there, and all of a sudden the door opens and Rick comes barging in. And I'm thinking, knight in shining armor. How did he know this was going on? And my guess is Lucky called him because Rick wouldn't have known, right? Lucky probably told him what was happening. As much as he hates Rick, he cares for Elizabeth. Both of them do. So Rick said, my client will not be answering questions. So the hospital's attorney said, this is an informal meeting. There's no need for attorneys. And Rick looked at her and Rick says, you're an attorney for the hospital. And she looked at him because I'm thinking, got you there, right? No need for attorneys. Why are you there, chick? And so Rick said, and I'm the attorney for Elizabeth Weber. And I'm telling you that she has nothing to say. If you have any questions you need to ask her, you go through me. But apparently, before Rick got there, Elizabeth said, for the two patients, and they said three. And he goes, what, three? They dug up a patient that died in August of a mysterious death. And they're getting ready. They reviewed the file. So they're getting ready to ask that patient's family to allow them to exhume the body so they could do some testing. Now, let's be real. Would the hospital alert a family that could possibly now be filing a suit against them? Would they do that? The answer is no. Not at all. Not General Hospital. Because see, now the family's going to say, oh, and while you at it, if you find anything, we're suing. That would be next. So no, Elizabeth, don't you believe that lie. I mean, don't believe that's what they would do. Although General Hospital Lab, they're going to do it because now it's going to be a third patient. But what did that have to do with Cyrus? Which it did. Maybe she was the first one that he did it, and he decided to see if he could get away with it. Maybe, and then when nothing really happened, that's when he realized it would work. I don't know. So anyway, that's what happened there. Ava is going all over town. She went to Laura, begging Laura to help her get that money back. That's her money. She deserved that money. It was Cassidy money, girl. Cassidy money. And then we found out that they didn't just start taking the money out the blue. Uh, the executor of the entire Cassidy estates, the team of attorneys overseas, had been working on that for months because Nicholas had no right to give away what he did give away in a divorce settlement. He could give away only what he was entitled to. I guess only the portions he was entitled to. So anyway, that's how it got the ball rolling, and they contacted Martin, and Martin's working US on their behalf, and that's how that worked. And Laura told her, I'm sorry, Ava, I can't help you. And she goes, then tell me who are the international lawyers? I will fly there myself. And she goes, Ava, I can't help you on that. I don't want Ace to have that money. I don't want him to have nothing to do with it. But there's nothing I could do. Martin told me. And so Ava, oh, she's so upset. She leaves. Then she goes to Alexis. And Alexis opens the door and she goes, hi, Alexis. I need to speak with you on something. And Alexis looks at her as she's hanging onto the door. And she said, last I heard, you can't even afford to talk to me. And slammed the door right in Ava's face. And I said, good for you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Ava got off because she really didn't push Christina, but she has never answered for her consequences. She sure did. Placebo Sonny never answered for that, right? Thought she killed Nicholas, covered that up, never answered for that because he wasn't dead. But anyway, let's see. So Alexis calls Sonny and tells Sonny about Ava's dire straits, that that she has no money because it got reversed. And so she goes, so she won't be able to fight a lengthy court cost for custody. And Sonny goes, good to know. And she says, now I want something in return. And he looked at her. She asked Sonny to take Charlie's back from Christina because down the road it could be tied to him. And he said, uh, Charlie's is a legitimate business. It always has been, right? And so she says, yeah, but it's tied to you, and you know the way it looks. They can make a case that you're using it for money laundering. And so Sonny says, but I never have, and I never will. And I will make sure there's no way that can be confused. He goes, Alexis, you know I have legitimate businesses. You know that. And so she goes, yes, I do, but you can't guarantee that somehow this won't hurt our daughter. He goes, I can guarantee I'm going to protect our daughter. I can guarantee that. He goes, Charlie's is giving her something to focus on. Is giving her a purpose right now. I am not going to take that from Christina. I'm not going to do it. And I thought, good for you, Sonny. He said that would crush her. And Alexis just looks. Yeah, Alexis, you want him to do that because you say you think, no, no. So, and really, it'll be a keep my name out of it, right? Don't tell her it's me that wanted you to do this, Sonny. Don't tell her. So he, pretty much uncertain terms let her know, nope, I'm not doing it, and I will protect her. She needs this. Now it showed Charlie. She was talking to Lucas, and I'm gonna have to end this because I'm losing my voice fast. She was talking to Lucas, and they kind of talked about Ava, and she was really gathering information, pretending to be concerned. But I like the new decor. She has a bunch of electric guitars in different positions on the walls with spotlights on them. Really nice. She's done it classy. To me, it has less tables than it used to, but they're not showing the full Charlie's yet, so perhaps it doesn't. But I like the changes, and she kept the name Charlie's. She didn't change it to Adela's. So we'll see if she does that later. But anyway, that's it, everybody. Look, I'm gonna have to end this. Um, I'll be back tonight after we see tonight for another brief recap because I'm gonna ring in 2024 with reviewing the last General Hospital 2024 with all of you. So everyone, I will see you later.